Good morning, welcome, and thanks for tuning in to Kehillat Shari Torah's daily review of Maimonides' 613 mitzvahs, the Sefer HaMitzvot. Today is Monday, November 1st, and we are talking about various prohibitions that have to do with foods consumed in and around the temple grounds and in Yerushalayim, various holy foods, and the means by which they are consumed or brought as offerings. So let's speak a little bit about that. There's a prohibition, number 148 in our list, for priests eating first fruits outside Yerushalayim. There's an idea of bikurim. We read it about a few weeks ago towards the end of Deuteronomy, Parshas Kisavai. And we will read it again in about 6 months' time or so at the beginning of the Haggadah. When we tell the story of the Haggadah, we will recite part of that passage from the book of Deuteronomy, from Chumash Devarim, which is Vidui Bikurim, the declaration that a person has to make when bringing first fruits from their orchard or their vineyard. Which tells a little bit of the story of the Jewish people. An Aramean persecuted my father, or a wandering Aramean was my father, and I descended into Egypt, and God brought me out of there, and so on, and brought us into the wonderful land of Israel, and now we are bringing its first fruits as offerings in the temple. What happens? Those baskets of fruits of produce are given to the Kohanim, the priests eat them, and according to this mitzvah, they are forbidden to eat the first fruits, eating the bikurim outside of Jerusalem. They have to be consumed in Yerushalayim. This is discussed in the Gemara Makot, Tractate Makos. The next prohibition, number 149, is a non-Kohen, a Zar, someone who's Jewish but not a Kohen, eating the Kodshei Kodashim, the most holy offering. Certain classification of offerings are of the highest degree of sanctity, and those may not be eaten by a non-Kohen. Only Kohen are permitted to eat those. Next mitzvah, we're back a little bit to second tithe. We spoke about it a few days ago before Shabbos. Prohibition number 150 says we're forbidden from eating unredeemed, unclean second tithe, impure Meiser Sheni, which is tameh, which is ritually impure. We're forbidden from eating that if it's unredeemed, even if we are in Yerushalayim. We spoke about consuming it in Yerushalayim. Again, a conversation at the end of Tractate Makos that explains this principle, which we find in chapter 26 of Chumash Devarim of Deuteronomy. One more, just since we're talking about the topic of second tithe of Meiser Sheni, we are not supposed to eat it when we are mourning. First of all, God forbid anybody should be in mourning. Everybody should be healthy and well. Nobody should experience any loss or sadness of that or any kind. However, if heaven forbid a person is in a state of mourning, they are not supposed to eat from the Meiser Sheni, from the second tithe. Okay, one more, since you dragged it out of me. One more prohibition, number 152, spending the redemption money of second tithe. Remember, we said that if a person doesn't want to bring all their produce to Yerushalayim, all their second tithe, their Meiser Sheni produce, to Yerushalayim and consume it there is a mechanism by which one can redeem it, do a pidyon. You're familiar with pidyon haben, so this is pidyon of the Meiser Sheni. Transfer the sanctity onto money, onto coinage, or bills, I suppose, and take that money to Yerushalayim, purchase food and drink there, and eat it there. It's a little bit of a way of transferring one's holy assets to a place where they are, a little bit easy, where they're permitted to be consumed. So we're not allowed to, this mitzvah, just to be clear, we're forbidden to spend that redemption money of Meiser Sheni on anything other than food and drink, which we'll then consume in Yerushalayim. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. Have a good day and a good week. Bye-bye.